is about the magic of friendship. Because we're going to be exploring 4 friendship bracelet DIY kits by Loopdedoo, including the Loopdedoo exclusive from Walmart, the deluxe version, as well as Color Spin by the same makers. I personally remember friendship bracelets back when I used to go to camp, because not only did we make friendship bracelets for our wrists, but we also used to braid each other's hairs and intertwine a bracelet onto each other's hairs, which was really cute because this is the vibe I'm getting from the Loopdedoo bracelet friendship makers. Friendship maker. It's not making your friend. You know what? It could be making friends. It's friendship makers. Friendship bracelet maker. Voila. Let me know in the comments what is your earliest memory of making a friendship bracelet, whether it was for yourself, for someone, or even a pet. All right. So the first kits we're going to start with are the Loopdedoo Classics. Those kits have everything you need to make some really cool bracelets. By the way, a huge thank you to Loopdedoo and Play Monster for sponsoring today's video. So these two might look the same, but one of them is a Walmart exclusive. So we're gonna check out the difference in not too long. But let's see what we get in the Loopdedoo Classic. And let's, of course, make our first bracelet ever. All right, I could stay here and talk about Loopdedoo all day, but you know what? Let's see what we get inside. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. All right, let's get those tapes chopped off here. Ooh, the colors are so pretty. I really like these colors. And we also get
some darkness colors.
I mean, we're making bracelets. We're making cuteness today. And here is our Loopdedoo. It's fun to say. Loopdedoo. 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 And here's what we're getting so far, and we do have the instruction guide. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, these bracelets look so cute. So we have everything from swirl, twist, I'm really digging twist, zigzags, which reminds me a lot of what we used to put in each other's hairs. There's zigzag twist, color block. Actually, we used to do color block when we used to go camping. Loopy twist looks really fun. Loose threads, sure. I want a tight bracelet. We have rope twist that look pretty solid. And spin as you go. I guess this one is a little bit more inspirational. Today, I'm going to at least try 4 to 5 different ones. And let me know which style is your favorite out of all the ones that you just saw. Now, as nice as it is to have the guide, one of the things about Loopdedoo is there's a lot of tutorials we can check out online in order to figure out how to do our bracelet. So let's check out our colors because they say... Oh my goodness, those are cute. I don't know why I'm getting distracted by that. Look at these colors. I want to go like dark and light, but let's take one thing at a time. I'm gonna put you here. Let's start with 2 colors that look absolutely gorgeous together. Blue and yellows are just absolutely phenomenal. Now, they say in order to know your bracelet, oh my goodness, there's still Loopdedoo written right on the actual thread. That's cute, but we don't need you right now. So apparently the length of the bracelet is you're gonna wrap it wrap it around your wrist like I saw. So that's basically what we have. And then we add an extra inch, and that's supposed to be our bracelet length. Well, I guess once you're done doing the doing, that's what I'm saying. So, but you can make also anklets and necklaces. The possibilities are endless. All right, so let's check our first tutorial of how to actually make this happen, because I haven't read the instructions. I'm very visual, and luckily there are tutorials. Oh, the music's cute. All right, first step is to actually just tie a knot. Okay, easy, easy. Don't go too fast. I'm very fragile. So let's take our blue. And we're gonna do blue and yellow just to start off, because once I know what I'm doing, then I'm gonna feel a lot more comfortable. Okay, let's see this again. So we just tie a knot. Okay, so we're just gonna take this and, ooh, hang on. And we're gonna tie a knot. It seems to be a very simple knot, so that's good for my simple brain. Voila. Okay, oh, don't you untie. Don't you dare untie. Why are you untying? I thought it was a simple knot. You know what? Let's double knot it, because we're extra naughty. Get it? No? Okay. You'll get it when you grow up. All right, we're just gonna do 2 knots here. There we go. That is nice. Nice and tight. And now we can go ahead and start looping. Ah, loop-de-doo. We start looping to create any thickness that we want. Whoa, 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 tiger. 1 step at a time. So from here, we just have to loop it back and forth like so. Okay, this is cute. So far, oh no, Jackie, focus. Jackie, focus. There, I got it. I'm an adult. Okay, we're getting it. It has to be nice and tight. What thickness do we want? This is a nice thickness. I think I'm happy with this one. Okay, don't you dare not. This is not naughty-doo. This is loop-de-doo. Okay, now what? Now we tie another knot. Okay, so we have to tie it near the edge over here. So I think, how do we do that? How did they do that? Hang on, let me see. Let me see that again. How'd you do that? How'd you do that? How'd you do that? All right, so I found a tutorial. Thank goodness there are tutorials because that is the strength of Loopdedoo and the community. We found something that is even more beginner friendly. So far we do have our base over here. So let's see what else we're supposed to do.
Continue to wrap around the hooks to measure your looping thread.
Okay, so now we need to do this like 3 more times. So 1, hang on, I got this. 1, 2, and 3. Now what?
Now cut the thread off the skein.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cut. I don't know why I don't feel very comfortable. Okay, Loop-de-doo, you're doing your thing. I need to trust the process.
Next, remove the looping thread from the hooks, but leave the core thread on the hooks.
Okay, now we need to remove a couple of layers. So like like this. I'm learning.
At the hook opposite your starter knot, hold all the threads together, place your looping threads over the top, then pull them through. About a finger's width away from the hook, pull it tight.
Okay, so here's our opposite end, and they want us to make a loop, kind of to thread it. Hang on, we're gonna do it like this. I'm going to assume, I'm going to watch the tutorials a little bit more. I just like getting my hands a little dirty first before, ooh, Jackie, what is that? Oh, what is that? I like to get my hands dirty first and learn from my mistakes and then get to the instructions. That's just how the process. I like to panic first and then I'm gonna do it right, okay? Let me get through the process. I'm sure a lot of you loop-de-doers are probably cringing right now. Okay, let's try and follow this as much as possible because I wanna do this, I wanna do it right, and clearly knots are not my thing until I learn how to become the thing. So what they do is hold here and then throw this thread right on top like this. This is what they did.
All the threads together, place your looping threads over the top, then pull them through.
And then they pulled it forward. Okay, we're doing it so far.
Place your looping threads over the top, then pull them through.
Oh, and they just said pull it through? Is that it? So I didn't really need to make a knot. I was complicating my life. I'm finally getting it. It's all about looping. I'm not the brightest all the time. It's a loop-de-doo. You loop things around. Obviously.
Then, put your looping thread through the loop you just created. Loop it through itself so it creates a knot.
And then we take our rope and put it around. Voila. Now what?
Your loop-de-doo is now threaded, and it's time to loop away.
Oh, that's something. Oh, we went too far. So we have to do this and then pull it through itself so that it creates a knot. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, time to loop away.
Pull the looping thread and guide it along the cord as you turn the handle. Be sure to always keep the looping threads pulled taut so you get a nice tight wrap. It helps to hold your hand close to the bracelet as you go.
Okay, that's pretty cool. No batteries needed. I love that.
You can use either handle in either hand to guide the thread, so use whichever's most comfortable for you.
Okay, so far so good. Now we can actually start doing the full looping. Actually first, the process is going to be me turning this guide all the way around. So I'm gonna start a little further and then we're gonna get a little closer. Oh, okay, let's go slow. Oh, I see it working now. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to twist and turn as we get our bracelet going. That is adorable. Oh my goodness. Ah, it's doing it. And I went ahead and continued doing the loop-de-doo, and this process was pretty straightforward. Honestly, I seem to have complicated my life more than it needed to be because this process is simple, easy, and pretty relaxing. All right, now to close this off, basically they say to just do a normal kind of loop. So we're just gonna thread it like so, pull it through, very nice, and we're supposed to do it twice. So that was once, and we're gonna do it again. I'm really cutting this short here. I should have taken more rope. There we go. Voila. That is nice and tight.
Cut the threads close to the hook by the starter knot.
Okay, now we just need to cut it. All right, so we're supposed to cut it as close as possible to here. Voila. Okay, so we've removed... Look at that! I did make a little error here, but that's okay. I'm learning. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to do something else, but just give me a second. Let me love this. Got it. Oh my goodness, that's actually the perfect length. What I love about this is that it is very size inclusive, so you can make everything from smaller wrists to adult size wrists. I'm gonna say chunky wrists like mine. Okay, what do we do now?
Making sure there are some looping threads in each half. Then tie a tight single knot.
Okay, oh, we have to do a tight single knot at the other. Oh, okay, hang on. I got too excited. So let's just take this. I got this. Voila. And we do one tight single knot. And voila, we got you. Cute. So it kind of looks something like this. And then?
By putting half of the thread through the attachment loop and tying a tight double knot.
Oh, and then they said to thread it in here like this and to do a tight knot. All right, and then the next thing we're supposed to do is basically loop this inside like so and tie a double knot. I really went way too tight on the amount of thread I'm using. So this will be a lesson for us to learn on the next one. I got you, come on. You know what this reminds me of? I might go into my roots. This is definitely giving Egyptian color vibes. And let's shimmy our hand in there. We did it! Oh, I did not do it. You know why? Because I was too tight on this. I don't have enough thread to actually loop it. I'm gonna try again. Give me a second. All right, so for sure I don't have enough thread to actually do the instructions because I have a lot of leeway here. So I could have done a better job, which now I know. I could have definitely divided this way better. But look, we have our first Loopdedoo bracelet and it's not complicated. I have just complicated my life, but now I know the basics. So let's make some more, but better this time. All right, so I am feeling confident. Maybe that is a little bit of a toxic trait. But now I want to make a bracelet for someone in the community. And I asked on Instagram this. So I want to make some friendship bracelets for some of y'all. So I'm going to select a few random greens from you here. Just tell me some of your favorite animals, favorite color, your birth date, not the year. I don't want to steal that info. Just give me a date so I can know what's your sign. And I'll try and make a bracelet for a couple of you in an upcoming video. Because you greens are my friends, okay? And these are friendship bracelets, so I'm making this for my friends. Also, my cats are my friends, so yeah. And one of the responses that I got is from Carrie. And Carrie said that their favorite animals are mice and cats. Pretty ironic. Day of birth is May 28, which makes you a Gemini. Just kidding. Two of my siblings are Geminis. They're lovely people. And it looks like your favorite color is purple and maybe a forest green and yellows. Funny enough, your birthstone is an emerald for May, so green works perfectly. So I'm thinking purple and forest green. And for some reason, with mice and cats, I'm getting grayish. Do I even have gray? Well, this is kind of cute. It's not quite gray, but it's a desaturated color. So what if we try these three? Do we add yellow? Should we add yellow? We just did yellow. No yellow. That's your bracelet. I'll DM you. It may or may not fit. And for this one, I want to do the twist style. And I think the twist style is absolutely adorable. So you can do it a little bit more loose twist style, or you can make a tight twist style. And I kind of want to do the tight twist style. So let's go ahead and do that one. All right, step one, we're going to take our colors. And in this case, we're going to take 3 threads. Now they say you can take up to 4. That's what they suggest. We're gonna bring back our felt to help us see, because it do be white. That's not going to be an issue later because we do have different color coming up. And look at me confidently go. We're gonna go ahead and double knot this. 1, very nice, and 2, very, very nice. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and thread, well, loop the thread. So now we're going to go ahead and loop our thread approximately 16 times because I want a thicker-ish bracelet. Maybe I should have kept it in here. Maybe I should have kept the threads in here because now I'm left with this. There's got to be a crash course for non-smart people like me. So we have a little bit of a naughty mess over here, but I'm gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out. All right, now we're going to go in the opposite direction of where our main loop is. We're gonna go this way. Let's just take a couple of seconds because I realized how much I messed up by throwing away the protector thingies in order to stop this thread from actually knotting. So I'm just sitting here unknotting the thread. So there. Moral of the story is don't get overexcited and think you're being chaotic and clever. Sometimes going slow is okay. Back to our regular programming. Now that I have the thickness that I want, I'm gonna add 4 more lengths. So that's 1, like this. So that's 1, 2. Actually, I'm gonna make it 5. 3, 4, and 5. And we gonna cut it. And the reason we're doing 5 is because we have a thicker base, and we just want to make sure that this is going to wrap around it. Xilao. And now that we're on the opposite end, again, we're going to take this, wrap this around, and come around like a saw. And that's our loop. Voila. But now, see, I'm learning. We're going to take this thread, put it inside and back out. So we're just going to kind of pull this right through. So that should create a knot. I think my knot is a little too big, but that's okay. It's a knot. Voila. It is now nice and tight. And now this is how we're going to make our tighter thread. We have to actually twist this like a saw. And now we go loop. So we're going to loop it as we are twisting. So we're just going to keep twisting and looping and twisting and looping. Clearly I'm an amateur, but I went ahead and twisted and looped and twisted and looped as much as I needed to up until we got to the end point. All right, now that we've got to the end, we're gonna go ahead and don't you unwrap. Don't you unwrap. I don't have time for you. What are you doing, Purple? What are you doing? All right, so we have 1 and we go around for the second time. Voila. Very nice and tight. And now we can go ahead and cut. Voila. Now you need to see this. So you can see the learning curve all the way here. It got chunkier there, and then it got way nicer and way tighter as we got closer to the end, and I started to have a better understanding of how this works. So yeah, you can see the mess at the beginning here, a little chunky, and then we got the hang of it. And for comparison, here's the classic loop versus the swirled twirl loop. So you can see the colors here are definitely a straight line, and here they're kind of just intermingling. Very fun. I really don't know if you want this. I wouldn't, personally. It's cute in some way. It do be cute, but I don't know if I would want it gifted to me. It's the thought that counts. I still need to work on my practice, but I'm getting better. All right, let's now check out the Walmart exclusive, which should have a lavender colored one. So, you know, the white on white and my desk, and I need... It'll be easier to see is basically what I'm saying. Ooh, you cute. All right, so we have the guide again, and then we have the rubber band. Voila. And I think these colors are different. We'll check them out. Oh, this whole thing is different. Let me show you why. I totally forgot to show you, Grains, that there's a compartment here. You know how I feel about storage and compartments. So over here, we have places to put our little threads and whatever else we may want in here. So this truly is the classic version. So you can put your stuff away. Not sure why I didn't show you that, because I love storage. I was probably too distracted with making bracelets. And on this light version, there is no storage that comes with it. So it really is just the basic Loopdedoo, which is still super cute. Loopdedoo. All right, interestingly enough, I think you grades are going to love what you're going to see in here, but just to show you, the colors really are different because here we have darker colors such as black and dark green and a dark purple, whereas here, we don't have black, we don't have a dark green or a dark purple. However, who are you? Opal, why did I get goosebumps? Why did I just give myself goosebumps? We have a gorgeous opalescent color, which kind of feels almost like a bead. I'm really digging this. I am really feeling it. I am super excited to try this out in a project. I don't know if you can see it as a close-up, but truly there is a beautiful color shift. Kid editor, come closer, closer. Get uncomfortably close. I need this to come through. This has to come through, and how gorgeous it is. Kitty editor, you can back out now. This is just beautiful. So now let's choose the next grain we're going to be making a bracelet for. Okay, this one's pretty unique by KR Does Crafts. They said they love lobsters, so red. Do we have red? We don't have red here, but we have a pinkish color, which could be really cute. Aquarius and black. So I feel like Aquarius is definitely very blue. And then black, I'm going to take from the other kit, which is going to make a really interesting color pattern at this point. We have these colors that look absolutely gorgeous, so I'm really curious to see what they're going to look like. And the style I want to do for this one is the color block. This is the one that's probably very nostalgic for me, again, because we were doing that on each other's hairs when we were camping. And I feel like these colors will definitely work really well together. I've learned my lesson, so we're just gonna keep pulling the threads without making a mess. I am chaos, but I also need to be smart. And we're gonna pull the blue. Oh, what? Why? Why'd you do that? I'm trying to be smart here. I'm trying to be a good example. Oh, why are you doing that? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I'm trying to be good. There. Cute. All right, I'm gonna bunch this up together. So far, so good. Or is it though? Because I keep tangling. There's gotta be a better way for me to figure this out, because I'm pretty sure it ain't that complicated. All right, so we're gonna do the usual, which is tie our little loop like so. So there goes one. Cute. And second time. Voila. Very nice. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and do my loops. Now it's really important that you don't do it way too tight, because if you do this way too tight, you're going to make the machine not be able to move. So don't be too loose and don't be too tight. And I'm going to do a couple of extra turns just to give myself that leeway. And now we're going to remove the excess. All right, now we're gonna unravel. So that's 1, 2, 3. And the opposite side over here, we're just gonna go ahead, take this. Am I doing it right? And we're gonna thread this around. And wait, too far. There. I'm getting the hang of it. I'm definitely getting the hang of it. And now we need to thread this through. Well, loop the thread. Loopdedoo. Voila, pull that. And we are now knotted. Look at that. I know I'm doing. All right, now this is where it gets very interesting. Because it says to start with one of the colors and then take the other two and place it inside the gear area. Where? Where do I put you? I'm kind of worried. I'm worried I'm gonna make a mess, knowing myself. Oh, I see. There's a circular area here, and I think this is, don't you move. Don't you move. I think we're supposed to put it in here, like this. So that when we turn it, it's not in the gear's way. And now we're supposed to just be able to loop like normal. So we're just supposed to hold it here and stay as close as possible and start looping. Very cute. And then once we get to the point that we're happy, we're just gonna take this again, make a little note like a saw. It really is all about loops at this point. I get the name. The name is everything. Voila, little knot. And now we repeat the process. Ooh, where are you? Hang on. There's the exit. So now I'm going to switch the colors out. Just gonna make sure this one's not all intertwined. I want pink, so we're gonna pull the pink out. Actually, we have to pull both out. So let's pull both out. Pull the pink, take the black and the blue, put them back inside the circle. Voila, so they are safe. And then we're basically going to take the pink and loop it all the way around in the same way. You can make it shorter, you can make it longer, however way you want. And so I basically went and did the exact same thing with the other colors over and over. The process is pretty straightforward. Remember, I'm doing this through a tiny camera lens, so I'm a little choppy, but you can see the improvement along the way. And this is the last bit of pink that I have, so I'm just gonna go ahead, finish it off, and do a little knot over here. Voila. And now let's go ahead and finish the last bit of black that we have. And we're gonna do the same thing with our blue. We're just going to go in loop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doo, loop-de-doo. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and cut from this edge here. I'm telling you, this is so fun. I'm very immersed. I've just never been good at textile things. So let's get this off our loop-de-doo, and now we get to make a double knot here. There's one. I love this color scheme. So cute. There we go. Here's our bracelet looking absolutely adorable. If you do need your bracelet to be a little bigger, have no fret. One of the things I noticed that you could do is take one thread from either side. Voila. Put it through the loop, just one, and then you're going to tie the knot here. So you're going to fold it on itself, and then you're going to take it together and you're going to tie a double knot like this. This is going to give you a little bit more space to work with, and it still looks absolutely adorable. And then you're just going to shimmy it into your hands, and then you have a cute little bracelet. Of course, if you want more leeway, just make sure you give yourself enough space with the threads. This is cute. We are now leveling up with the Deluxe edition. This one looks like it has a lot of the stuff I was thinking about, and it's manifesting in the Deluxe. Right off the bat, we already see that we get the compartment again. It looks like we get some absolutely adorable charms, but wait, not just charms. It looks like we have some jump rings or some kind of ring that could also extend our bracelets or add charms to it, but we can turn it into keychains as well, which is really fun. And you know, if we have beads and a bracelet and or keychain, this automatically can become our own type of fidget toy. So I am pretty hyped about it, so let's see what we have inside. Ooh. Okay, there's stuff to look at. First things first, we do get our lovely loop-de-doo, and it has the compartment, so you can take this all out if you want, put it aside, and use it as your workstation that is handy-dandy loop-de-doo-dee. Loop-de-doo. It's loop-de-doo. But for now, we're just gonna leave it in here. It snaps in so beautifully. And then, I'm really excited to look at these colors, but first, let's see our absolutely new items. Stop. These are so cute. All right, let's take these out of the baggie because these are absolutely adorable and they come in so many cute little shapes. And the first set is gold, and it has everything from strawberries to roses. And then we have toucans in here. Wait, what's it say? You do you. It says you do you. That's kind of cute. And it says, be a nice human. This one, for some reason, is reminding me of the fashion plates where it says, humankind, be both. And I'm really digging that vibe. And if you love bugs, we have bugs and we have moths. I like moths. And of course, we have standard rainbows and some extension clasps, I believe. And then these ones are a bit of darker colors and they're also really cute. Let's take a closer look. We have butterflies, we have more flowers. This looks like we have potions. Some crystal terrariums as well, feathers, and what's it say here? No bad days. I mean, you could have a bad day. Just don't take it out on me, because I see the comments. I read it. You know what? Take it out on me. It's okay. I'm here to listen. I love you. I love you, Grace. And this next sheet is also absolutely adorable. It looks like we get some constellations, more gems, and it says good vibes, and of course, crystals. This whole thing is just absolutely adorable, and I love the color schemes that we have. Gold, darker, and a little bit more galaxy-esque. And then we have the beads and clasps. We have some cute teal, minty, and pink beads. We also have some jump rings in gold and silver. I'm curious how they're going to actually be embedded into the bracelets. Super exciting. And then we have these light gold and light silver mini beads. So I'm curious how we're going to add beads. I'm curious how we're going to be adding charms. All of this is super interesting, but also we have, I believe these wires might be threaders or they could be something else. Not sure what they are yet. We're gonna check the instructions. But before we do that, we got colors. Let's check them out. Oh my goodness, we do have a lot more variety. Look at that, already I see gray. We have not seen gray. We have 3 layers. All the other ones came with like 2 layers. This one has 3. Actually, if we're being specific, this one comes with 30 colors and the other ones come with 18 colors. Everything from black, white, gray. I'm going to spread that stuff so you can have a better idea of the colors. We even have red right there. So we could have made a different color scheme for lobster, but to be fair, I really do love this pink. This pink and this blue, they just... Okay, I'm just saying. But yeah, we get a lot of really beautiful colors. So I'm excited to see which bracelet and whose inspiration we're getting from the community. Oh, but I should look at the instructions. I'm so eager, I just want to start. Now we can add charms, so we can add more personality. I don't know why I keep taking this voice. All right, I went through the instructions and it is super easy to add a charm. There are 2 basic methods. And the first one is to add the charms and basically loop around it. Or the second way is to finish our loop bracelet and then add the charms on top. I kind of want to try the first method, so let's go ahead and do that, but let's see who we're inspiring our bracelet after. We have Inner Beauty, who says that they like a Siberian tiger, so I think orange is definitely going to be it. And then January, which is Capricorn, and the gemstone for that one is a deep kind of red color. What was it again? A garnet. But also I kind of want to focus on the idea of Capricorn, and Capricorn's kind of like this goat with a fish body. And more often than not, Capricorn also has usually pink type of vibes. So I'm thinking this pink could work really well. Very different from the very fluorescent one, or should we go with this pink? I don't know, maybe this one. These are some really bold colors right now. All right, we're gonna use these colors, but you know what? If we're going a little celestial and kind of starry, I really do want to use this beautiful color shift. These are the 4 colors we're going to be using. We are going with 4. I think that's the most we've ever gone with. Have we done 4 before, Kitty Editor? I'm getting all loop-deed here. And we're gonna take some of these charms, and they're charm stickers, so we have to stick them one behind the other. And I'm thinking we should go with stars. So we're gonna grab this one and that one. That was a satisfying click. And we're gonna put them together. Aha! Beautiful. It's my little creation. And I went ahead and selected a couple more just to kind of add. I think 3 is a good number of charms to start with. And the great thing about this process is that the beginning is always the same and what you get is different. So basically we're doing our loop arounds. In this case, I'm going to keep it a little thinner. I'm only going to go with 5 loops. And I'm putting 4 extra threads. Now we're gonna cut off whatever's left and unwind our threads, our extras. I'm getting the hang of this, and now we're going to actually just wrap around the base so that we can get our first loop and then put our thread inside the loop again and tie it so that now it's very secure. All right, I just noticed that this thread is a very different material. That's why it was a little bit more slippery compared to the rest. But let's take our jump rings. Oh, that is easy. They said we can just use it with our fingers. So we're just gonna put it in here, and here's what it looks like. And then we're just gonna bunch everything together. And let's put one here. And then we close it up by twisting it together. Come on. There we go. So we're gonna put one here. Absolutely adorable. And then 2 others in different places. Now, I don't know if the spacing is too much. There's only one way to find out. And these really are looking absolutely adorable. Here's our little charms. Let's zoom out a little bit so I can show you. I went off camera here for a little bit. Here's what they look like. So I don't know if the spacing is too little or too much, but worst case, because these are jump rings, you can just move things around. So it makes it easier to gauge. So even if you're not happy with the spacing, you can still move it as long as you don't loop around it. That's why the second method of putting it after is also great. And we're gonna do the basic swirl. For this one, I'm basically just holding it and letting the Loopdedoo do the work. And now that we've gotten to the charm, what I'm gonna do is just move the charm to the other side of where my finger is holding, like so, and loop-de around you. Stay. There, I'm just gonna hold it here. And we're gonna loop-de around it. Hey, look at that! We made it! Oh, these colors are absolutely gorgeous. Y'all really do inspire me for some really cool creations. And I'm basically doing the exact same thing for the other 2 charms. I felt like the distance may have been a little too far, so I went ahead and adjusted them where I felt they were needed. And I'm still admiring these colors so far. And then I went ahead and did my 2 knots. And one of the things I am learning is you really need to keep a lot more space at the end, because if you're going to tie knots, you need to have enough thread to do so. That's a lesson I'm still learning, but you can definitely learn from my mistakes. I'm just gonna try and do it anyways. I got it. I got it. There we go. But look at this. Isn't this the cutest color scheme? See, I would have never thought of this color scheme, but because y'all have such phenomenal personalities, look at that. Let me put it on. And ta-da! It looks absolutely adorable. I love the colors on this one. The only thing I noticed, really, this one is absolutely stiff compared to the other ones, so keep that in mind. It shall sticketh out. But it doesn't stop the fact that the color scheme on this is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And you can see the glitter and color shift a little bit closer when we zoom in a lot more. I don't know, I have a soft spot for the basic swirl. I don't know why. This is cute too. Probably should have made it smaller, but this one, I like the mingling of colors and a little bit of that chaos. All right, so what we're gonna do now is put all of our stuff away. Hang on, let me pull you out. And we're gonna put some of our threads here and here. I've kind of mixed up a few different packs. No, you stay here, you're from the other one. Here, go put you a little bit here and here. Look at that. This is so cute and organized. I love organization, even though I'm a very disorganized person. So we're gonna put our jump rings here, our little beads, and our even cuter beads. And actually technically, if we wanted to, we can also remove our bracelets and store them in here, right? And then we just have a nice compartment for all of our bracelets for later on. I'm gonna put you all in here, tuck you in, and good night. And of course I will do that. But now it's time to try something very different, which is color spin. This is going to allow us to do colors in our kind of marker style, which is going to be very different. So I'm excited to try this one out with you. And when we look at color spin, we can see that the colors really are absolutely adorable. And the concept is we have a spinning wheel that we add colors to it. For some reason, it reminds me of pottery and trimming, or if you want to decorate walls, I don't know, but just the spinning wheel kind of gets me really intrigued on how to get it to work. And even just looking at the bracelet on the hands here, the colors are absolutely fun. And these are made with permanent markers, so I'm pretty sure we can even add our own if needed. But let's first see what we get inside. And here's what we have is, the color spin machine. Oh, this is to put the thingies in. We're gonna have names very soon. So we have our lovely machine, and it does take batteries. And then in this baggie, we have the rod. You see, that's smart design. So this is made so you actually have space to insert it, because otherwise it can't be snug. I'm gonna put it in here, and then you're gonna put it in here. Look at that. Snug as a bug in the rug. And then we have four colors. I can count. I am adult. We have 4 absolutely vibrant colors. We're going to test these out pretty soon. And then we have, I think this is going to be our template holder, but we're gonna get there once we read the instructions. And then we have all the different templates. And they are double-sided. So we have this one, and the other side is a pinker version, pink purple. You know what? Let me just show them to you. This is cute. I love this one. Very rainbow-esque, even though it's not rainbow. It's primary colors, not quite primary colors. They're pretty. Oh, and this one's very unevenly spaced out. Same thing here. This one's a cute little pattern. Kind of reminds me of a circus tent. This one's just cat color themed. This one also kind of reminds me of a tent, and holy moly, this one is definitely giving tent. But why am I thinking tent today? It's very cute. This is the primary colors, but not quite. Smart. And it looks like, oh, I did not expect that. This is better than what I expected. I thought the bracelets were going to be paper, but they are not. They are a very smooth tube. Very, very smooth. So that is absolutely unexpected, and I kind of like the texture of this. Reminds me of fidget toys. Kind of like monkey noodles. Yeah, monkey noodles. And last but not least, I'm guessing these are going to be the clasps in order to put them together so they stay around your wrist. And of course we have the instruction sheets in color. It's very straightforward, very easy to use, and it's right and left-handed friendly, which is really fun and cute. Luckily, I'm kind of ambidextrous, but should you ever need it for left or right, you basically just turn it around and use the button on the side that you're most comfortable with. In my case, I'll go standard right-handed, so the button's on the left. All right, now, battery time. Oh, it's tightening it. All right, now that the battery's in, let's go ahead and hear our machine. Oh, I didn't turn it on. There's a button that you should press. I am smart. Oh, she's spinning, and she ready for color, because she color spin. All right, so first thing we're going to do is insert our base for our bracelet. Ooh, smooth entry, good for you. And we're gonna put this like so. Oh, I pressed the button. Like so. Very nice. Okay, now this is where things get serious. We have our colors, and we need to choose a template. So we're gonna put our template here. If you're left-handed or right-handed, it's going to depend where you want to put it, but since we are using our left hand to push, we're gonna put it this way. So like so, voila. And it doesn't lock in, so, but it is tight. So if you wanna change it for someone who's left-handed, you can do that too. And I want to try something very, very colorful. So I think I want to do this one. So we're gonna put it here. And that's basically going to guide us on the spacing of our actual project. All right, they did say to leave a centimeter on either side. So basically where we want to start is where our template is. So let's start spinning and put our marker. Oh my goodness. That is working so well. Okay, it's gonna show better with a darker color. So now we need purple and then blue. It might seem unaligned for you, but from my perspective, it looks fine. All right, I'm gonna press the button again. Oh my goodness. And now blue. This looks so good. Okay, now we're doing a bigger purple at this point. So let's get you going. Nice and steady. Yes, we are doing it. And now, of course, we need to try our pink. Beautiful. This is really fun. This is really, really fun. As simple as this idea is, it really doesn't take complexity to really heal something on the inside. And it works. The markers are juicy. So I'm basically doing the entire bracelet in the color scheme and order that the template is in, just to be able to see what it's going to look like. Now we're going to let it sit for 5 minutes before we can touch it to make sure it's fully dry. You know when you get itchy and then you scratch and then you look in the mirror and you're like, why do I have this red spot? You're like, because I'm aggressive. All right, it has been 5 minutes. So let's go ahead. Oh, I pressed the button. Focus, Jackie. Don't do that. Okay, so here it is. Let's double check on smudging. All right, now to check for smudging, and no, they don't smudge. Look, you can see my finger. No smudging. So this has indeed dried up. Let's go ahead and pull you out. Voila. And now we can take the clasps. Now, one of the things I saw on the instructions is that these are heart-shaped clasps. Excuse yourself and excuse me. We're getting heart-shaped. Let me double check. I need to fact check. Oh, they are heart-shaped. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, let's put you here. Voila. And let's get the other side. Voila. That is stinking adorable. I don't think this is going to fit my wrist. So this is definitely made for little ones or for those of you grains who have less chunky wrists like I do. As you know, I have many inflammation days. So a lot of things don't... Maybe. Let me get a friend to help me. And ta-da! It is looking absolutely adorable. Now, my friend who put this on me, their hands were slightly wet because they were doing some painting, and you can see some of the smudges near the edge of where the clasp is because their hands were wet. So I would say keep this away from water, but it looks adorable and it's at the limit. So my wrist size is the likelihood limit of the upper ability to wear this one. Wait, what if we made attachments. What if we made a whole one and then we added a little extra with clasps to extend it? Let's try that. So for this next bracelet, we're going to take the one that is colored but with the white spaces in between, because I really do love that look. For some reason, it reminds me of candy. So I'm just basically redoing that entire pattern. It just looks really cute. Okay, so it has been, why do I keep pressing the button? It's because I'm leaning here. Don't press the button. Don't press the button. Here we go. So cute. I really love this one. All right, let's get you out. It's a process, but we're getting there. Aha. Now my goal is to combine these. So I don't need all of this length. Technically, I only need, I would say about an inch or so just to be comfortable. So maybe something like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and be bold here. Do I need an inch or more? You know what? Let's cut this much. And I took more claspies and we gonna shove half here and shove the other half in here. Voila. So now we can have the other side of the heart. Look at that. Look at that. Now I can just kind of shimmy my hand. Come on. Oh, it's upside down. I'm sorry, heart. There you go. Voila. And now I can just shimmy my hand in there. I technically even needed less than that. But now this kit can make all different sizes of bracelets. And you can add many clasps if you want to use them as charms. That is cute. That I overdid it. But I can cut it, resize it, and put it back. Possibilities are endless. And I have to say, the color spin was also really relaxing and I found myself really into it. And the fact that you can even customize it with many colors, and even if you didn't want to extend it, you can do many different colors in the same bracelet. Genius. We are smart. Again, a huge thank you to Colorspin, Loopdedoo, and Playmonster for sponsoring today's video. If you want to watch more of the quirkiness, make sure you check up here. If you want to watch something a little crafty, make sure you check down here. Until then, I will see you grains in the next video.